What
All
up? What up?
right. So we're here to do our picks on a couple football games that's coming up. You over here playing Star Wars. I ain't gonna ask why playing Star Wars.
Can't do nothing around here. Let's go. Let's go.
on, on Saturday. Now you keep playing Star Wars. I'm just trying to figure out why a grown man playing Star Wars. I mean, there's so many better games like Call of Duty, Halo, 2K,
Well, I want to play
Madden.
Call of Duty. Well, I got Halo. I didn't play Halo. I play Halo all the time. I want to play Star Wars because I am a Jedi. Everybody knows that. You should know that by now. I read minds. I control minds. I control your mind right now. Problem is, it ain't working. You
Speaking
still
of,
like Philly for some reason.
and Philly just got that win against Boston. But speaking of Jedi's, my
Mm-hmm.
man Kirk Cousins went to New Orleans Superdome and did his thing. And Drew Brees ain't
Mm-hmm.
been close to a Super Bowl since 2008.
Yeah, 2009.
So,
That's when they won it all.
but we ain't talking about chokers right now. We're gonna talk about the Vikings going to play the 49ers Saturday at 4:35 Eastern Time. And for some reason, the 49ers are favored by 7 points.
Uh-huh.
When I don't know why, because the Vikings is just going to take over this game. They're hot and they're rolling, and that's what I'm going with. What about you?
Here's how you're wrong because San Francisco 49ers are a much better team. They have an actual better defense with those boys, and their defense is going to confuse Kirk Cousins because he's not a real quarterback. He's just a backup quarterback that was elevated to a real quarterback position because they couldn't find another quarterback. It's all about the 49ers and that defense. Garoppolo on the offense has learned from the best. He's been the best. He is the best. That running game they have is the beast. And they have great wide receivers with Sanders and those boys that are ready to tear into the Vikings so-called defense. You're wrong. San Francisco, forget 7. San Francisco by 14. I'm calling it 31-17. That's the score. Period. Point
Okay.
blank. And they gave them 17 because in garbage time it'll be 31-10. They'll score 7 at the end to make it look good.
All right. You may have all decent points, but I got something right here in my face that tells me that the 49ers defense does have a weakness, and that comes when you are running the ball and throwing it to your running back because they were almost dead last in stopping the running back after he caught the ball. And guess what the
Mm-hmm.
Vikings got?
Mm-hmm. Dalvin Cook.
Exactly. And that's going to be the secret to beating the 49ers. And you just watch. You can stay delusional and whatever you want to think of in your head, but Kirk Cousins is on a roll,
You're
and he showed
wrong.
us.
Normally you say smart things, but Kirk Cousins is the one throwing the ball. He's going to miss Dalvin Cook on wide open
Did you
passes
forget
like
who's throwing
Garoppolo.
the ball on the 49ers? You all of a sudden confident in Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah, all he's gonna do is dip and dunk passes, and them boys they have
Just
on the
like you're
offense can make
confident
everything.
in the Patriots,
Yeah.
huh?
Hey, don't even worry about the Patriots. I know you ain't talking about no
I
Patriots.
I want to bring them up,
Now you
but
brought up
listen,
old stuff. Now you brought up an open wound.
the
Why would you bring up
Vikings
the Patriots right now?
have one of the best safeties in the NFL. My man Harris is back there, and he's going to be all over Kittle.
Is
He is
Xavier
a
Rose
tight
playing?
end. It doesn't even Xavier
Oh,
Rose
that
is.
matters. Because if they ain't got that corner in that game, that matters. Garoppolo's
I
gonna be able
got
to throw
I
all
got
over that boys. You're
the
wrong.
only concern was stealing when he got that little nick on his. The Vikings is going to be healthy. Kittle is going to be covered and shut down the whole game. I can't wait to
Who's the
see
best coach?
what they'll
Who's
do.
the best coach in this matchup?
You want to say Shanahan?
No, I don't want to say he is the best coach in this matchup. It's not even an option. You said you tried Zimmerman. He's a better coach. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying Kirk Cousins is the better quarterback. He got the momentum. The
He's
Vikings are,
tripping.
and there is no chance at all. I'm giving the upset to Minnesota Vikings. Let's go on to the next
People,
game.
people like you are the reason that Carson Wentz was laying on that ground last week. But go ahead.
I'm pretty sure that was Jadavion Clowney, but we're gonna get to the
Whatever.
Seahawks
We sure are.
right after that. The Baltimore Ravens is favored by 10 points in a playoff game.
Mm,
They play at 8 o'clock, and the Tennessee Titans is coming to face Baltimore. And
that's
you
right.
know what's funny about this matchup?
Hmm.
The Tennessee Titans are the reason that Lamar Jackson got kicked out of the playoffs last year. And
You sure?
correct me if I'm wrong. Who beat? I'm pretty sure. Who did the?
It was that stupid guy from San Diego's reason that the LA Chargers reason they
It
got kicked
was
out.
the Chargers. I don't know why I said the Titans. But
I don't
Derrick Henry is rushing, and he ran all over a team last week. That is going to be the key to success against the Baltimore Ravens.
Not going to work against the Ravens.
I would love to see Lamar Jackson and the culture in the Super Bowl. But listen, the Ravens.
You're not about to pick Tennessee.
The Ravens blitz on almost 50% of their plays.
That's correct.
I got that. Ryan Tannehill, since he's came in a quarterback, he has been phenomenal against the blitz. And all they have to do is dunk and dive and make sure Derrick Henry keeps getting fed. I think
it's not going to work.
The Titans is going to be able to run, and deal with Lamar Jackson. If they can keep Lamar Jackson under 20 points and keep the ball out of his hands, the Tennessee Titans will upset this man, and it's going to break the heart.
Is that what you believe? You calling that?
That's what I'm believing. This is what I'm going with. Tennessee Titans is going to upset the Baltimore Ravens. You heard it first. Yeah, I'm Ron Loco.
So how they going to keep Lamar Jackson off the field? By running the ball consistently, you believe, on first and second down, and then third down, Tannehill put the ball in his hands. He's going to throw the ball to those wide receivers and keep them off the field? I don't think so. The problem with Ryan Tannehill is even in the game against the Patriots, he is interception thrown, and they are fumble prone. They had the turnovers. The Patriots didn't do anything with them. If you give the turnovers to the Baltimore Ravens, they will score 14 points off your turnovers. That's going to be the key. 2 turnovers to 3 by the Tennessee Titans. The ratio will be 14 points, and the Baltimore Ravens will win that game 35-21. I'm calling it right here, right now. Don't deny it. Ain't no discrepancy. You're wrong. Well,
listen, Tannehill against the blitz this year, 6 touchdowns to 1 interception and a quarterback rating of 113.9. He's good against the blitz. He struggles on third down, but as long as we can get that, not a third and long, and get that ball to Derrick Henry.
You're trusting too much in the Tennessee offensive line to continue to protect and make holes for Derrick Henry against the Baltimore Ravens in that blitz. You're betting on the wrong thing. John Harbaugh is not going to make the same mistakes that Bill Belichick made and protect. He is going to block that hole.
Because I didn't want to have to say it.
But he's going to stack the box with 9. We didn't go to championship defense till like the fourth quarter. No, John Harbaugh's going to start off in the very first quarter with a championship defense and dare Ryan Tannehill to throw that ball against those DBs. Those DBs are faster than the Tennessee Titans wide receivers.
I know a lot about their DBs. Marcus Peters is out there shining, but I remember when he was on St. Louis. I remember when he was on LA this year.
And he's been shining on the Ravens.
And the Ravens had this bye week. Let's see if they come back healthy. Let's see if they come back hungry. See if they come back ready, because I think they're going to be lunching, and I'm going with the Tennessee Titans.
Something's wrong with you. You are wrong. I can't believe that you said that in front of me with that Patrick Mahomes jersey on, that you sit there and say that the Ravens are going to lose to the Tennessee Titans at home this coming week. You are crazy. You are wrong. I don't know what's in your drinking cup, but you tripping.
I'm calling the choke job. I want to see Lamar Jackson get it done in the playoffs. It's something about getting it done in the playoffs. I mean, we all know it's hard. Even Brady, he got 6 trophies, but, man, where's he at right now? But on Sunday,
there's something wrong with people that they lips match their jersey. When you got red lips and your jersey is red, there's something wrong with that. But go ahead.
I want to talk about my jersey. At 3 o'clock on Eastern Standard Time, we got the Houston Texans going to visit. I'm going to say it, my Kansas City Chiefs, because you see who we repping, Mahomes. And Mahomes is my pick. That is who is going to the Super Bowl. He's going to carry Andy Reid this year. It ain't going to come down to Andy Reid mismanaging the time clock, not when he's doing all stuff with the offense. Got a good offensive coordinator, and Mahomes is going to get the job done.
So you're saying Deshaun Watson, DeAndre Hopkins, pulling those boys ain't going to do nothing against that Kansas City defense that still sucks?
Deshaun Watson to show up in the first half.
He will.
Hopefully it's not 25, 30.
I got Houston.
And he got time.
Houston, 30-28. Period. Houston, 30-28. You're wrong.
28.
Houston, 30-28. You're wrong.
The only concern that I have is the Kansas City Chiefs just lost their number 1 first-round pick.
Sure did.
And Will Fuller is going to be playing. So it's going to be a high-scoring game. But you trying to tell me Deshaun Watson is going to be able to keep up with Patty Mahomes? Get out of your mind. You might as well just keep on playing your Star Wars.
I am, because you ain't talking about that. You literally ain't talking about nothing. You literally tell me right now the Kansas City Chiefs are going to beat the Houston Texans in Kansas City with Deshaun Watson and that offensive line, and the defense of Houston is better than the defense of the Kansas City Chiefs. I said 30-20. What's your score that you got for Kansas City and Patty Mahomes?
It's going to be a high-scoring game. It's going to be a show. Let's go with, I like the score of 45-31.
So O'Brien's going to give up, and that defense is going to give up 45 points.
That defense, you want to talk about that defense and all the holes that they got? They couldn't even do anything against my man last week. They was about to be down 20-0 to the Bills last week.
But they still left them right at 16, gave them 19, 3 points in the second half. It doesn't
We're
matter.
talking about the 50-touchdown man, Patrick Mahomes. You're crazy. What's going on? You all right? You hear that word?
I don't know what you've been watching. I don't know what football game you've been watching. You've probably been watching Dallas Cowboys Super Bowl win since 1995 is what you've probably been watching. To sit there and think that they're going to give up 45 points, that defense is not that bad. Their defense is better than that, and they are not giving up 45 points to Patrick Mahomes. You're wrong.
It's going to be a high-flying game. And my man Kelsey is healthy, and Tyreek Hill is going to be ready. And earlier when they played in the season, they put up 30 points, and they didn't even have their second wide receiver, Sammy Watkins. But
this is the playoffs.
This
is the playoffs.
It's the playoffs, and it's going to be throwing.
What was a high-scoring game in the first weekend of the playoffs? Who had a high-scoring game? Nobody. Why is that? Because defenses change in the playoffs. Nobody scored over the highest score, which had to be the Houston score at the points that they got at 22. Nobody scored higher than that. Not the New Orleans game, not the Vikings game. Nobody scored that high.
I'm telling you, Patrick Mahomes is going to throw for 5 touchdowns on Sunday.
I'm done talking to you about this. Move on. You crazy. I'm playing my Star Wars game. You crazy.
Dang.
Patrick Mahomes going to score 45 points against Houston.
Seattle Seahawks going to face Mr. Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers.
Oh, you better come right with this one.
I just got to ask you one question. Who do you think got the best Jerry curl ever? Eazy-E or Russell Wilson? Because, man, when he won that on Sunday, his locks was just flowing. But regardless,
are you picking Seattle?
I'm going with Seattle Seahawks for the
Why?
upset. Because I believe in Russ. And you know what? In February, it's a type of month that we like to celebrate called Black History Month. And there's nothing more I want in this world than to have a black quarterback from the NFC versus a black quarterback from the AFC. And Jadeveon Clowney is on a wrecking job, and he's coming for the Packers. And let me tell you, where the Packers good at? On offense or defense? Aaron Rodgers
and defense.
How are they good on offense?
Aaron Rodgers, you got Aaron Jones. You got exactly the running back. You got some nasty wide receivers ready to catch that ball. And on the defensive side, they are going to embarrass Seattle. I don't care if Marshawn Lynch is back. He is not running through that defensive line.
Defense. They got the 2 defensive ends, the Smith brothers, and they both got about 12 sacks this year. But outside of that, their defense ain't been bringing it. I've been trying to figure out.
I know you're not disrespecting LaFleur like that. Let LaFleur coach his Green Bay Packers team. Bro, how do you have to be wrong every time? You know Seattle's not going to go into Green Bay and win that game in Lambeau Field. You know that. This ain't the 12th man. This ain't in Seattle. This is in Green Bay. This is in the frozen tundra. They are going to lose that game, and you know they're going to lose that game. Stop playing with me, Smokey. You know they're going to lose that game.
Stop playing with me, Smokey. I cannot wait until these games start.
Playing with my money, it's like playing with my emotion.
I picked 3 road. I picked 3 road dogs.
You did.
And it's never happened in NFL history, and I'm going out on a limb and watch it happen.
Now, it did happen last week, if I'm not mistaken. Tennessee won on the road. The Vikings won on the road. And Houston won at home. And Seattle won on the road. So 3 road teams did win on the road in the wild card. Let's see in the division if that happens again. If that happens again, we could end up seeing in the NFC Championship Seattle versus the Minnesota Vikings. That's what you're telling me.
Now, seriously, though, my picks, I got the Minnesota Vikings upsetting the 49ers. I believe Tennessee Titans has the pieces to slow down Baltimore Ravens, but I don't think no one can slow down Lamar Jackson. We shall see. There is absolutely no way, unequivocally, in any universe that Deshaun Watson is going to outperform Patty Mahomes. And yes, Russell Wilson will be in Green Bay and outperform Aaron Rodgers. Hands down. You heard it first. Ron Lowe.
Reasons like you is the reason why my light bill is high. But go ahead.
Ain't nothing else to go on. I done put it there. We done set it in the fact. But you know what? We got a couple more minutes. We done exceeded our time. But on Monday, got a college football playoff game.
Yep.
And I already know what you're going to say. You got Clemson. I got LSU.
Yeah. I'm right. You're wrong. What's new?
Clemson, the defending champion. They've been to this spot 3 times out of the past 4 years. But it's LSU's time. It's Joe Burrow's time. And my man's the number 1 pick, and he's going to prove it on Monday, and I'm riding high with him.
I'm going with Clemson. I'm going with Trevor Lawrence and them boys that he has over there, from the running back to the wide receiver position to that offensive line and that defense, who's only giving up an average of 10 points a game. You are not going to tell me LSU is going to sit there and score about 40 to 50 points on that Clemson defense with Devo Sweeney. He is not going to play that, and Clemson is going to win that game. It's a Tiger Bowl, but there's only one Tiger in this fight, and that is Clemson, and you will see that. I wish the best for Justin Burrow. I wish the best for him at Cincinnati Bengals, because he's going to need it. But right here, right now, it's all about the Clemson Tigers from that Death Valley, point blank.
You and Sunshine, y'all quarterback, y'all ain't about that life. Whatever you feel, whatever you want, we can put the money down on the game. So you know that my pick is always right, people. I'm going to say this right into the camera. You heard it here first.
Kids, whatever you do, never drink and talk to Ron, because he is just as wrong as a flat soda mixed with whatever drink you can think of. Hennessy, vodka, I don't care. Don't drink it. Don't talk to him. He's crazy. And always use plastic straws. Forget the paper. You see the name Lil Gang, you slowly come correct.